Today we're going to be talking about the new Maruti Suzuki Brezza, a car that has been in the Maruti portfolio for 6 years. It's celebrating its 6th birthday, and what it gets for its 6th birthday is an entire new look, a lot of changes inside the car, many more new features, and even a new heart. Now let's talk in detail about the design and the performance of this new Maruti Suzuki Brezza, a car that used to be called the Vitara Brezza and now bears a different badge but carries the same flavor of the original and gets many more in terms of kit. Entire body in white has seen a change. It's not the original body in white. Now it gets many more features that are meant to deliver a slightly larger look to the car. It has grown in proportions. The bonnet, for example, is about 30 mm higher than the previous Vitara Brezza. All of that has been achieved by increasing the overall size of the body in weight. All the body panels are new. Nothing has been carried forward from the previous Vitara Brezza. And of course, as you can see, changes to the electricals, changes to the front fascia. There is now this overbite for the bonnet, and all of that sits flush and clean, a key indicator of the quality of production and the quality of design compared to the Vitara Brezza. And this now delivers that message very, very clearly. And that's the fascia of the Brezza. There's a lot from the original, as you can see, though now the body side cladding is changed. It is a squared off wheel arch. The body side panels are different too. Though the interior space hasn't changed, the car now looks a little plumper, a little bigger than the previous Vitara Brezza. And that's a message that Maruti does want to deliver, while at the same time clearly indicating that quality parameters have improved. So that's the rear design of the new Brezza. Very similar stance to the Vitara Brezza, but a very different look overall. The design character has changed at the rear, like I said, a little more even than in the front. The LED signature is different, the tail lamp are different, the electricals are different. The new Brezza logo running across the tailgate. There's this new shark fin antenna which this one gets versus the regular antenna that the Vitara Brezza had. And of course, the skid plates, both at the front and the rear, they are different, chunkier, made to look a little sportier and more aggressive. There are two personalization options that you can get to choose from, both executed at the dealer level, and that one of them is called the Terrascape and the other is called the Metroscape. The attempt is, of course, to try and deliver slap-on panels, additional kit that can help you get a sportier, more personalized touch to your car. The same goes with the interiors. Each of these two personalization options also include some changes to the cabin, where you get a different upholstery, you get privacy shears, you get a few other wood panel choices to choose from for the dashboard. Overall, that's what you get with the new Vitara Brezza. A replacement in the new Brezza, that's the changes that you get. I just hopped into the new Brezza's cabin, and that's what you get. Many more changes, more newness inside the cabin than what we've seen in the exterior. One important aspect that I must say up front, of course, is the body in white has been changed entirely. New panels, the overall width has increased by 40 mm, but nothing is translated into more space in the cabin. Not that the Vitara Brezza was a really cramped cabin. So this does carry over most of the same shoulder room and headroom and leg room, except in the driver's side front passenger seat. Because of a slightly more recessed dashboard panel, it gets about 40 millimeters of extra leg room. Overall, the cabin is completely new. No carryover from the Vitara Brezza. Lots of freshness here, new colors, new textures, a whole new black and dark brown cabin color theme that delivers a very nice finish overall, a layered dashboard finish to give it a little more sophistication, some texturing that removes rather the plasticky feel of the cabin, and finally door panels that get some cloth upholstery also added on to give it a break in the monotony. Standard Nexa steering wheel, of course, that we've seen before, and this here again feels good to hold, good to drive with. I would have liked a little more turning assistance and centering assistance when you take U-turns, but that again is something you can live with. The wider instrument cluster now features a digital display, an MID, and it's now cleaner, crisper, fresher. The seats again get the slightly firmer cloth upholstery, which deliver a decent feel when you sit on it. Even to look at, they are very appealing. The Brezza's cabin now gets a couple of features that have possibly been determined a little bit by customers' demands and a little bit from their Maruti's experience with the Baleno. One of the additions, of course, which I'm personally not a very big fan of, is the sunroof. The Brezza sunroof now delivers more light into the cabin, also is likely to be misused, though I really would like people to be more responsible with the use of the sunroof. The other addition is the head-up display, which we've seen in the Baleno, and that's what this one gets to. The head-up display is actually a safety feature that, if used sensibly, can make a lot of difference to your driving style and the way you behave on the road. The key information that is displayed on the head-up display can be customized, a couple of different display styles, and about 12 different types of information that you can get from the head-up display. That's something that you might need a little while to get used to, but it's a good addition. Some of the other cabin features in the new Brezza include auto headlamps, cool glove box, rear AC vents, wireless charging, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The automatic I was driving, of course, offers a manual mode and the option of choosing gears manually using paddle shifters mounted on the steering wheel. It also gets 40+ connected car features using Suzuki Connect telematics features. Safety features include 6 airbags, electronic stability program, and 20 other safety features including reverse parking sensors, high-speed alert system, and ISOFIX child mounts. Some of these, of course, will be dependent on which variant you choose. The Vitara Brezza had the 1.5-liter K-Series engine. This one is the K-Series new gen, the K15N. Dual jet, dual VVT, 1.5-liter engine. This 1462cc engine puts out 102 horsepower of peak power and about 136.8 Newton meters of torque. This engine is the same engine that we experienced in the XL6, but it's a little different here. It gets a slightly different mapping, so the throttle responses are also a little different. Overall, the character of this engine we have already seen. It's a refined engine capable of delivering quiet, refined, peppy, but not that really peppy. I would have liked it to be a little peppier, but overall, fairly peppy engine that you can work with. I've been driving the automatic, the 6-speed torque converter automatic, and this again is a good match with this for this powertrain. The overall character of the engine is refined, and that refinement also comes through in the cabin, where only past the 3,500 RPM or so you get to hear the engine. Otherwise, it's quiet, unobtrusive. You can drive right through city traffic without even hearing it or it coming through inside the cabin. To keep you company, you have the Archimist tuned music system now in the Brezza. The general impression I get today from this engine, of course, is that it's been tuned right. It is delivering the overall character for the Brezza that we've already known in the past. The new Brezza also gets a progressive smart hybrid system, which is something that we've seen from other Maruti vehicles too. It's a simplistic parallel assist system that delivers just a little bit more efficiency to the powertrain. While on that topic, the all-new Brezza delivers a rated fuel efficiency of about 20.15 kilometers per liter. Of course, it depends on the variant you've been driving and the overall weight difference between the variants. Brezza itself is about 40 kgs heavier than the previous Vitara Brezza. In terms of variant strategy, the typical Maruti variants are on offer: LXI, VXI, ZXI and ZXI Plus. Of course, you get the choice of a 6-speed manual or 6-speed automatic transmission. The new Brezza is better designed than the predecessor, and in fact it's kitted out better than the previous model. So these are already positives. All of those new features in the cabin should make it take on competitors better. Some of the competition have to contend with the Brezza offering a sunroof, a 360-degree camera view, the head-up display. All of these features definitely going to give it a leg up. The only setback for Brezza could be the pricing, which is now moved up quite a bit, with the top-end variant now costing nearly 1.25 lakhs more than the previous Vitara Brezza model. The new price range of between 7.99 lakh and 13.96 lakhs is a reflection of the change in the powertrain. Now it's a 1.5 litre engine versus the 1.2 litre that was there before. So the shift to a larger displacement engine obviously now means that it will not get the lower duty benefits that the previous model enjoyed. Yet the new Brezza is fairly convincing upgrade. There's a lot of people out there that will like the new Brezza and the way it behaves on the road, the way it is kitted out, and of course all of that loaded features in the cabin should be quite an attractive option for a lot of new buyers.